time of year. That's what I thought. Maybe I'm a bit apprehensive about what I'm going to face soon. Well, you'd hardly be human if you weren't, especially as a woman with a challenge like the one you're facing. Sometimes I wonder whether someone like you with greater experience would be better in the job. No, I'm too old and much too controversial a figure. Alison laughed. You'll be fine, and we're all behind you. You've got massive support. I suppose that's part of the problem. I'm afraid of letting everybody down. Nonsense. Anyway, what's going on in the parish? Oh, you know, the usual stuff. Warring cliques, financial difficulties, people obsessed with detail. I know it well. I honestly won't be sad in some ways not to have to deal with this kind of stuff at parish level for much longer. It sounds awful. I can only say that to you. Don't worry. The truth is, you're wasted in that position, even if it is a large church. You're bored because you're not being stretched. Remember, it's not for long now. Claire laughed. Well, it's kind of you to say that. There are some more serious issues that I'll have to tackle before I go, which I can't really talk about. But I'll manage. I'll miss a lot of the church members here, but I have to say there are some batty ones. Do you know a number of them really believe in this legend about the ghost of the heretic who's supposed to haunt the church? Really? Yes, they won't go into the church at night unless there's a service going on. I sometimes wonder whether some people have moved on from the superstitions of the Middle Ages. I must say I've never experienced anything frightening in there. She laughed again. So, how are you? Oh, fine. Don't worry about me. I've got this parish well under control. I think most of them are frightened of me, certainly of my radical ideas. I'm going to retire in a few years and do something different. I'm not sure what yet. I'll find a job for you. It would be great to work with you again. Anyway, I'd better go. I've got a meeting with someone soon. I won't bore you with the details, but thanks. I feel better now. Good. You and Jeremy should come round one evening before the big day and you move further away. That would be really nice. I'll look at my diary and text you some dates when we're free. Great. Bye for now, then. Bye. The call ended. Claire felt alone again in the cold and increasingly dark study. She switched on a lamp. As usual, Alison had helped her to get things in perspective. She could deal with all the issues facing her, starting with the meeting which was to take place shortly. There was just time for a cup of tea first. As Claire left the vicarage and walked along the path to the church, flakes of snow were beginning to fall. It was very cold. She pulled up the hood on her coat. She wondered why it was necessary to meet this person in the church at this time on a winter's afternoon. Why couldn't they come to the vicarage? They'd said they had something important to show her. What on earth could it be? She shook her head in exasperation. Probably some trivial matter and another waste of her time. The area around the church was deserted, and there did not appear to be any lights on in the building. The door was unlocked as the church remained open until 5:30. She entered the dark silence, sensing the height of the medieval ceiling above her. The nave was on her right, and to the left was the font and the west tower going up into the gloom. She saw that, in fact, there was a light on in a small room at the north end of the base of the west tower. This was entered through an open archway. Presumably the person she was to meet was in there. She walked over carefully to avoid tripping on something in the darkness. "Hello," she called tentatively. There was no reply. She walked under the tower, and when she reached the archway she heard a kind of creaking noise and had the sense of something slicing through the air above her. She stopped and glanced up. She was about to scream, but before she was able to produce a sound, she was hit by a tremendous blow and fell to the ground. Shortly afterwards a figure appeared. It was dressed in a monk's cowl with a rope around the waist. The hood was up and no face was visible. It stared at Claire Wilcox's body and then walked soundlessly out of the church, flitting away into the dark. As it went through the churchyard, a head appeared above a